can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen in a still position, just feel free and allow yourself to take all the time you need to arrive there. And let yourself fidget, adjust, stretch, or move in whatever ways your body wants to move. As you do your best to not think about these movements at all, but more letting your body move you in the ways that intuitively feel good in your bones, muscles, and joints. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. There's also no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move even throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to that still position. Just checking in that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. As you now mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full, intentional, cleansing breath. Calling in fresh, new air into the body and watching yourself as you fill up to every corner and edge of you. As you hold that for a moment once you're full, to stay in that sense of fullness. And as you need to, letting it all go. Exhaling bit by bit as you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment to now experience this sense of emptiness. Allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. So you can breathe just like this for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. Not worrying about the length of your inhales and exhales and pauses on either side, but just letting each of these 4 parts of your breath be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So when the body would naturally stop inhaling, seeing if you can expand your belly just a little bit more to take in 1 more moment's worth of air. And when you would naturally roll over to your exhale, seeing if you can hold off on that for 1 extra moment to stay in that pause with a bit more intention. And as you exhale and let all of that go, even when you think you're empty, seeing if you can push out a tiny bit more air and stay in that emptiness for a little longer than you might normally. As you just envision this being a time where you call all of your energy back to you. And as your body inhales, all of your energy that is usually leaving your body, and however that looks to you, all the time and energy we spend focusing on things outside of us and outside of our bodies. You can envision all of that energy just being redirected to you as you inhale, calling your energy back to you. And as you exhale, grounding yourself down into where you are right now. And at any point, if you haven't already, you can release all guidance over your breath. As you now step into that role of the observer or the witness. And simply watch as your body breathes you. Remembering how our breath is our one bodily function that can be either voluntary or automatic. And so letting go of that voluntary guidance we just had over the breath, as you now take a step back and simply observe the automatic process that is your body breathing you. Watching your body's gentle breathing, the same way that you would watch waves as they roll up along the shoreline. Not trying to change anything about the size or speed of the waves you are witnessing, but just simply witnessing, watching, and observing. And taking on a more curious perspective. It's so easy to fall into the mundane and the patterns of everyday life, where nothing seems too interesting and we're just on autopilot. But we can always take a step back and just reawaken our curiosity. Because there is always so much to wonder about, so much to be curious about. There's so much that we don't know, and we'll never know. And so let this be a time for you to just experience, to feel, to witness what your own human experience is like right now. Knowing that it does constantly change. And so whatever you are feeling and witnessing in this moment is unique to this moment, is noteworthy, is something to be present for. And so you can let some awareness come to your face as you just make note of any resting expression that is on the face right now. Any emotions that could be communicated by this resting expression on the face. Maybe the brow is furrowed or the nostrils flared. The jaw could be tense, or even the chin or the ears could be holding some remaining tension. And just let your awareness of this tension be all that you need to instead choose to let these areas soften. As you simply allow your jaw to hang into place, trusting your own anatomy, and that when you let go, when you release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, when you soften the lips, everything is held where it needs to be without any of your extra doing. Allow your nostrils to release a bit further, along with the chin, the cheeks, the ears, even the eyelids and the eyeballs. Feeling your whole forehead widen and deepen as your eyebrows relax even further. And your hairline softens back a little bit more as the entire scalp takes on this sense of release as well. So that you almost feel this sense that all of the muscles in the face are just ungripping from the bones. The muscles of the face leaning back, releasing into the support of your skin. Even if it's just for a moment, remembering that you can trust your own anatomy. Remembering how even when you're in a deep state of sleep, everything is held exactly where it needs to be, without any of your holding or doing or direction. Your body functions perfectly, exactly as it should, perfectly enough to keep you alive and aware every single moment of your life. This body has gotten you to this point. And the simple fact that you can hear the words I'm saying and experience whatever it is you're experiencing is a gift that not everyone has. And allow your body to soften into this gift. The safety of the earth that is beneath you, the support of gravity all around you. As you communicate to your body that you are safe in this body, in this world right now. And as you soften the muscles of your body, you will not be crushed and you will not float away. But with gravity and the earth, with your body, your skin, your bones, muscles, joints, everything in between, you will be held exactly where you need to be. And there may very well be aspects of life that don't fully support this core sense of safety that we all possess. There may be things about your situation right now that impede on your sense of safety. And if that is the case, not ignoring those reminders that bubble up, but allowing those reminders to simply be there. Allowing them to act as seeds of future action. As you be so patient and kind to yourself, wherever you are in all the different processes of change we're always moving through. Remembering that there will always be a period of time, no matter how short or how long, there will always be a period of time between when we recognize we need to make a change and when we actually have the strength and the power and the resources to make those changes reality. And so again, just be so kind and patient with yourself, wherever you are in any process of change that you're moving through. Whether the seed is just being planted right now, or if that seed has already taken root and is starting to grow within you. Or if that seed has fully grown within you and you are ready to make those changes. Just allowing yourself to be exactly where you are. In all senses. Trusting that you are already on your way to where you want to be. And that small daily actions that better support your own safety, your own health and well-being, that spark your interests, your fascinations and curiosities, by sprinkling in things that you genuinely enjoy into your life, you will gradually create a life that is one of your dreams, one that feels purposeful and good in general, knowing that there will always be hard days, no matter how perfectly you curate your life around your desires. We will continue to have bad days. And bad days are not a reflection of you as a person. They're not a punishment for anything wrong you've done. Bad days are just things that happen. It's a part of the human experience. And we don't have a choice whether we live through hardships or not. We are given what we're given, and our choice is in our reaction or how we handle what we are given. But this is only a choice if we can slow things down enough to see that there is a choice there. If we can hold off on our immediate reactions for long enough to ask ourselves how we want to react. And this is where it can be so helpful to physically calm the body down, to communicate to your nervous system through your slow breath, through your continually softening muscles, that we are safe. And we are exactly where we're meant to be, or else we wouldn't be here. And everything in nature will move through seasons of growth and expansion, blooming, as well as seasons of death and decay. And we will move through these seasons as well. And so you are allowed to allow yourself to move through these phases with a bit more ease, grace, and patience, rather than making our difficult seasons even heavier by our resistance, our questioning, our thoughts that come in and will say that you deserve it, or you must have done something wrong in order to be in a bad situation. That is just an extra heavy layer of resistance that is not helpful, is not true, and we don't need. And so if we can use those harsh thoughts as cues instead for us to remember that where we are is exactly where we're meant to be, and the only thing that we know for sure and that we can count on is that absolutely everything changes, especially how we feel. Even when your feelings try to convince you that this is the way you've always felt and the way you always will feel, we know that will never be true, because the only thing that is true is that everything changes. And so you can let yourself be in darkness if that's where you are. Comfort yourself however you need to be comforted to make it to the next phase. And you can also let yourself be in light if that's where you are, and release any guilt that you may feel for feeling good when others in your life are struggling. And rather use that goodness and that light that you feel to shine for others in the darkness, to remind others that there is still light in the world and they will be in the light at some point in the future as well. The roles will reverse as well. Maybe whoever you're shining light for in their darkness will be able to shine light for you in the future when you're in darkness. And you can just allow yourself to be human and release those harsh expectations that we tend to put on ourselves to be perfect all the time. And just know that you are already perfect, perfectly imperfect. And so you can continue to feel exactly what it is you're feeling. Continue to soften your body into whatever it is you're feeling as you listen to the following words that are written by young Pueblo in his book, The Way Forward. And you can allow anything that feels like it resonates with you to soak in a little bit deeper and not worrying about the rest. Our society glorifies speed, big leaps forward, and meteoric rises. But reality usually moves at a slower pace, especially when it comes to personal transformation. Not every day needs to involve a big win for you to end up in a thriving and beautiful place. Transformation isn't a smooth process. Cloudy days are bound to happen. Setbacks are natural. Down moments are expected. Often, it will feel like you're moving against a strong current of old conditioning. But with time and repetition, this resistance will soften, and the new you will come forward. Our task as we develop new ways of living is to embrace the idea that small daily accomplishments are more valuable than fast results. This is how we build momentum for the long journey. Remember, happiness is not achieved overnight. Peace takes time to build. And a healthy mind requires slow and gentle tending. What can you do to connect with your true purpose and gifts? When you start turning inward to heal and let go, you remove layers of heavy conditioning and trauma that have been blocking your natural creativity from coming forward. When your mind is lighter, it will more easily connect with its talents and genuine aspirations, and you will find a way to use those talents to serve others. No one can show up 100% of the time. Next time you feel upset for temporarily not being the best version of yourself, notice the attachment you have to perfection. Remember that you occasionally need to slow down and preserve your energy to fully restore your well-being. And a real conversation with a good friend can be so powerfully healing. Sometimes what you need is to be truly vulnerable, to feel completely seen. Connecting with another person at such a deep level can leave you feeling re-energized and refreshed. And just take the next few moments to allow every word you've heard today, every feeling you felt, to settle. Almost as if your body is a snow globe, and every word and feeling just a little speck of glitter in the snow globe. And now is the time where we set you down. Let the glitter settle and let the air clear. And just trusting that anything at all that you heard today that resonated with you on a deep level, trusting that that feeling sometimes comes when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allowing those truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition. Trusting that you already know all you need to know. And there is nobody else out there who will be able to teach you more about yourself than what your personal reflection will be able to teach you. By being aware of your reactions and your responses while connecting with others teaches us so much about ourselves and how we respond to being alone as well. But you already have access to the infinite supply of love and knowledge. And so if anyone ever tries to convince you that you need them for this connection or in order to be your best self, you can just, that alone, be a red flag and a cue for you to never give that power away. And so if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feel all of this contact between your palms and fingers to one another. This contact of your thumbs to your heart as you let your heart lift back toward your thumbs, and just feel all of this power generated through you, through your own heart. There is nothing in particular you are doing to make your heart beat right now. This heart has been pumping life into you from before you were even breathing air. From the time you were in your mother's womb up to this exact moment, this heart is your steady background beat to your entire life. Your steady, constant reminder that you are alive. And therefore, you are connected to whatever source all of life comes from. And the proof of that is in the fact of your life. And we will always go through phases where we forget this connection, where we drift further away. But there's nothing you can ever do that will take this connection away. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You are eternally connected to whatever source all energy comes from, because you are energy. And you have the power within yourself. And you can reclaim this power at any time if you've given it away in the past. Just be so patient and kind to yourself, because that is another part of this life. And so you can call in a final deep and full breath into the body as you let yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you with this fresh new air. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all that you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. As you take this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and for taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.